Internet people, it is time for another vinyl video.
Hey, I'm Annie, and this is Why You Should Love Music.
So, sometime the end of last year, I got a wonderful message from one of the viewers, less than 3 is perchance the handle, and they were like, hey, I love your vinyl videos, but you have all these really cool looking records behind you that I'm curious about, so you should do a vinyl show and tell, which is basically just a vinyl unboxing without the box. And I was like, whoa. That's a genius idea. I do have a ton of really cool records that you guys don't know about. So today we're going to do a first one. It's like a record review slash, I don't know what I'm going to call it. But it's basically just a vinyl unboxing without the box. And let's face it, that's probably safer anyway because I tend to be real incompetent at opening boxes. Anyway, today is the first one. It's a record that I really love. Ta-da! The Heights by Knox Hamilton. I'm so obsessed with this album. It got really close. I almost included it on my top 2017 alternative records. It was a very close call. I eventually did not include it, but I love this record so much. So I first became aware of this record. Their publicist reached out to me and was like, hey, can I send you some music before it gets released because I think that you should write about it. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. Send it my way or whatever. And so I was just going about my day, and then in the back of my head I was like, oh, maybe I should look them up so I could have a little bit of foreknowledge before he sends me more stuff. Which I don't always do, but I was feeling like a particularly good researcher that day. So I looked them up, and I listened to the first song, and I was like, drop everything. I followed all of their social medias, immediately became a fan, was addicted to them and their music. Not them, that's creepy. Was addicted to their music, huge fan, loved it so much, and yeah, it's amazing. It's incredible. So this is their debut LP. They actually had a lot of these songs already released on their EP, so longtime fans will have already been familiar with this. It's such an incredible album. This is alternative music. If you're a fan, particularly of Colony House or Vinyl Theater, it fits right in that vein. This is definitely one of my favorite things that have ever been sent by a publicist. It might be my very favorite thing I've ever been sent. It's absolutely incredible. A lot of times I get stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, or wow, these are really neat people, or wow, that's really skilled. But I've just put this at the top of my, this is an airplane. I just immediately loved it so much. You might be wondering, why didn't you do a vinyl unboxing if this came out last year? Let me tell you the backstory on that. As soon as it came out for pre-order, I was about to pre-order it because I was super into it, but then I was like, wait a second. I'm gonna meet the band in a couple weeks. I should just wait, and then when I see them, I'll buy it, and then I won't have to pay shipping. So I was like, this is a great plan. So I did not pre-order it, and then on the day of the concert when I was gonna go meet them, I was gonna hang out with them and chat. Then I got a text. Their van had broke down, and they didn't actually make it to that concert that I was going to. So then I was really sad. And so I was like, So then I was like, okay, well, I have to buy this from their store, and I'll pay shipping. It's totally worth it. But then I entirely forgot because that day was so busy because I went and met with another band and was doing so much stuff. Totally forgot. Later on, somebody got this for me as a present because they knew that I really wanted it, and I had forgotten to buy it. So that's why I never did an unboxing, because I never had a box. Anyway, here's the front. Here's the back. Let's look at this pressing. Alright, so on this side we get all of the lyrics. Yay, lyrics! And on this side we get a bunch of songwriting credits, mixing, mastering, production, booking, all that good stuff, credits, and then a thank you note. Thank you! This album became a reality because of the inspiration, support, and dedication from lots of people's names who we love and appreciate. Thank you for making this album possible. And then at the end, and all of our Familton. By the way, their fandom name is the Familton because it's Knox Hamilton family. You probably could have figured that out. Anyway, you should become part of that. It's a wonderful family. Also, for anyone who's curious or wanting to know, Knox Hamilton, the name came from a yearbook, which is kind of cool. You should look up that backstory. Now, for the actual pressing, it's a white one. Sorry, I spoiled the surprise. So on this side, you have the Heights with the little eyeball tower. It's like Sauron, but if Sauron was like a happy Care Bear instead of an evil overlord, this would be his jam. I made that sound so bad. This is one of my favorite albums. I just sold it in the worst possible way. It's just so happy. I want to feel like that's in between a record or an eyeball. Not quite sure. It's I want to say standard quality, maybe a little lighter than standard. It's definitely not 180 grams, but it's more than 100, so do with that what you will. It's not audiophile quality, but I'm not an audiophile. I just love music so much. Hang on, we gotta circle back to the Care Bear comment because I feel like I did a bad thing there. I don't mean it was like the soundtrack of Care Bears. I just mean it's filled with like joy and life and positivity in a way that doesn't seem like it should be real. It's really good. It's so happy and it's just like infused with like the spirit of life and joy, but also it has a lot of depth to it too. If you sit down and like analyze it, it has substance. I apologize for turning Sauron into a Care Bear. But I mean, if you meet in the middle, it's like the perfect balance, right? Like you don't want to be like evil Sauron. Maybe you do. I'm not going to judge you. But you don't want to be Care Bears. I will judge you for that. Just kidding. But if you meet in the middle, you get this perfect alternative album. This is definitely the weirdest Actually, you know what's unfortunate? This is not the weirdest metaphor I've ever used for music. Anyway. Alright, if you've never heard of this band, if you want like a good intro track, pretty much any of them. Another cool thing about this album is that there's not like one song you should get it for. I would have a hard time picking my favorite song on this album because there's so many good ones. Washed Up Together is really high up there. Rightfully So is one of my favorites. Any of them would be a good intro track. I don't know. Just go find one, look them up, listen to it. It's so good. If you do like it, I do recommend this pressing. It's very awesome. Yeah, leave me your comments. Tell me your thoughts and feels. Also, let me know if you have any questions about this album or this pressing that I forgot to talk about. I would love to try to answer any questions that you have or just discuss how your week is going. Tell me what music you've been loving. Tell me what you want to see on the channel. I don't know. You do you. That was my first vinyl unboxing sans box. That's not a good name. Vinyl show and tell. That's what the person said. That's a good name. I also might call them record reviews. It's not really a record review. I'll probably call it a vinyl show and tell. Anyway, yeah. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Loving your life. If you're not loving your life, go listen to that. You'll love your life. It'll be good.